Hey everyone, it's Tammy at Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Today's video is going to be a little bit backwards, maybe. It is another month of the Soap Challenge Club. In January 2021, the challenge is either geode or salt crystal. I chose geode because I wanted to use my cake mold, and I thought it would be really fun to put the geode in the middle of the cake. Well, I didn't read the rules. And the rules state they have to be normal shaped bars of soap. And I made them in a pie shape or a cake shape. So I can't submit that in the challenge. So what I did, because I had a lot of these crystals made up still, didn't have to make any more. I just whipped up a batch of the same soap, same everything, and then used this mold that I haven't used in years, and I just made another soap really quickly. So I'm going to get it cut up today, and we will see how this turns out. So this is actually my entry for the challenge, but the video is going to be about the cake that I can't enter. So stick around to watch how I made that if you want, but first off, we're going to get this cut up and see what it looks like. Here it is. I did the same design, a little more of the, if you watch the video, you'll see I did a mica swirl. So I did a little bit heavier lining on this one. So here they are. They, yeah, they're okay. I'll submit them for the challenge, but I don't think they're anything special, so I don't think they're gonna win. They smell good, and as a teaser, here's a cake-shaped one that can't be entered. So if you want to watch how I made this, stick around. I'll probably just kind of cut to, I've already edited the video, so I'll just kind of cut that out, the beginning, and we'll get right into making the Geode Cake Soap. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the other side, guys. Bye. I really want to do a soap cake and just make a whole mass of geode crystals coming up from the middle of the cake. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try. So the first step is I'm going to go ahead and get my geodes made with some melt and pour. So I have my melt and pour here. I'm just going to get it melted down, and then we'll go on to colorants. Okay, so my first batch of melt and pour is melted through. I'm using Stevenson's clear melt and pour. You know, I don't use a lot of melt and pour. I don't do a lot of embeds. Oh, there's still a little piece in here, so I'm gonna stir this and let this finish melting while we talk. Yeah, I don't do a lot of embeds, but I am gonna do some blackberry embeds today for a wine soap later. Next month, and yeah, I'll do them here and there, but I bought this big box. I don't think I'm going to buy these big boxes anymore. It's just, I just have to store it, and you know, I used to think I had to buy in bulk because it was cheaper per ounce, and yeah, it is, but then I have to start taking into consideration storage and space, and whether it's going to go bad on me, like if it gets old. That's pretty close. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy the big boxes, but I did, so I'm glad to get to use them. Okay, so I am going to kind of layer this darker by lighter, so the geodes that I see, they start off dark and the tips are a lot lighter. So I'm going to start with Nurture's Blue Vibrance and see if I can't get a deep blue. Just pour that right in. I'm gonna do a fair amount. And then alcohol. If you spray the top with alcohol, it'll help disperse that mica. and then the alcohol just kind of evaporates off. Stir this in really well. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. I'm going to be using Nature's Garden Ocean Mist. I've never used this fragrance before. I actually was going to use Blue Hawaiian from them, but it discolors really badly. And I like this. It doesn't discolor. Let me get my... I don't have my glasses on. I'm hoping that's in grams, but it is. Okay. Put that aside for now. I don't know if you could see that, how pretty that is. Try not to spill it. It's really pretty. And for the shards, or the crystals, I should say, I'm just going to use this old, I have this old, silicone mold I had from way, way, way back. Haven't used it in years, actually. I thought about throwing it away, but then, you know, it's really good for this kind of stuff. All right. I'm not going to worry about getting all of that out of there. I'm going to spray the top with my soap here. I'm going to move the camera too so you can see more of what I'm doing instead of me. But I spray the top to get rid of the bubbles. So I'm going to do another 10 ounces and add maybe a little less colorant, and we'll start layering this up. Add my colorant again. So I'm going to stick with the same color, but just 1 scoop. And I'm done with the Nurture Soaps Blue Vibrance. I'm going to spray this, break that up a little bit. So those are going to be more of the base. For this mold, I'm going to be using Micas and More Turquoise. It's really pretty turquoise. It's so shimmery. Look how shimmery that is. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna pour this. So I've kept just a little bit in here, and I think what I'm going to do is just kind of top it off with some more Melt and Pour. And I think we're good. I don't think I'm going to add any colorant, but I do want this to set up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get this poured in here. I'm going to get them maybe in the fridge to firm up really fast, and then I'll bring you back when it's time to go to the next step. Hard and ready to cut. So I'm going to get them out of the molds. Look how pretty these are. Can you see? What pretty colors. They're very oceany, which works for the scent. So basically all I'm going to do is cut these in shards. So just very sharp corners, and I'm just going to make a whole mess of them. It's the next day, and I am ready to get this geode cake made. I have my oils and butters here melted, and they're cooling, as well as my lye water. They're both about 100 degrees right now, so I'm going to let them cool down to closer to 90. And you know, I'm not going to do much on the inside of the soap. I'll probably just fast forward through that part. There's not going to be much to see. The only thing I think I'm going to do is maybe some veining with like a mica drizzle. So I'm going to use this Merlot mica from Brambleberry and the copper sparkle from Brambleberry as well. And just kind of maybe make a little bit of a veining, but the design is on top. I don't want to take away from that. So real simple soap base, and I probably made too much, but that's okay. I'll just pour the rest off in some sample molds and call it good. Give me just a few minutes to get all of that gathered and started, and I will bring you back when it's really time to get going on the cake. So. A minimal amount of color on the inside. That looks pretty right there. It's really thickening up on me. And I don't think I made that much of too much. Another layer of mica drizzle. Oops. Kind of got all over, didn't it? I tell you, if there's a way for me to make a mess doing anything, I will find a way to do it. It's pretty bad. Too much more of that. And then I'm going to swirl that in. It's really thick. And if that has like a separation between those two, oops, sorry, hang on. Between those two mica layers, or between the two soap layers, I'm kind of okay with that. Because it's a geode soap, right? So, you know, that seems appropriate. I'm just going to top this off a little bit. Cover up some of that mica, because I'm going to go back in with another mica here in just a minute. Maybe quicker than I thought, but this is setting up pretty quickly. I'm going to get this poured off into a sample mold, and then we will come back when it's time to put the melt and pour that we made yesterday on the top. Here we go. I dug out a little bit just to give myself some room to really stick these in here. And oops. I'm going to do the lighter blue, kind of ringing it maybe a little bit. And stick them in a little bit further. And then maybe have, I want a different height, so I don't have the really tall. I just realized I was going to put a layer of mica, gold mica on this before I put these in here. Too late now. Dang it. I still want my gold mica. I don't know. Maybe I can do this. I know I'm putting a lot on here, but I have an idea. I'm really, really, really putting a lot on here. Okay. Melt and pour time. I'll be right back. Okay, so my idea is I need to pour, melt and pour on this to really hold these pieces in. If not, I mean, they're only in the soap base just a tiny bit. So if not, they'll just fall out. And that won't be any fun. And I don't want them to be too like nubby, if that makes sense. So that's kind of why I dug it out a little bit, to make room for the melt and pour to really hold them in. But doing that kept them from mounding up and being more dramatic that I was going for. But my idea with the glitter is if I pour the melt and pour kind of on the sides, it'll push that glitter throughout the whole soap. We'll see if that works. It's almost melted. I'm not going to scent this or anything. I'm just going to go with it. I don't know. I am not very good at these challenges. I know you're, your own worst critic and everything, but good night. These things are humbling. They are humbling. You start thinking you're a pretty decent soap maker, and then you do a challenge. Oh, I watch Food Network a lot, all those, spring baking championships and everything. And I just feel for those people so much. All right, put my glasses on so I can see. All right, let's see what happens. I don't think it's pushing it in. There went a little bit. All right, well, we'll just do this. I should have done this to begin with. I'm not always very bright. Let's see. Just try a tiny bit more. It's the best I got. That's the best I have. All right, guys. We'll cut it tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to put it to rest tonight, and it never turns out like I want, but oh well. It's fun. It's fun. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll cut this thing up. Okay, it's the next day, and I am ready to unmold this cake. So here we are. It's heavy. Okay, so I have my little sample testers over here too. I will say this Ocean Mist from Nature's Garden is really, I really, really like it. It's actually growing on me. The more I smell it, the more I like it. And I liked it to begin with. All right. Let's see. Hopefully, yep, it's hard enough. All right, there it is. I'm going to pause you for just a second so I can get a couple of pictures of it full, whole, and then we'll come back and cut it. So give me just a second to get that done, and we'll be back. Okay. Pictures were done, so let's cut this thing up. Look at this thing. It's a cheese knife. I think I got it on Amazon, but it's great for these big big slabs. I'm going to put some force down on it. We'll see. I'm still going to cut it. Let's see. It's kind of boring, right? I don't know. I'm going to cut 8 pieces out of it. There's a little bit of veining. Can you see? More on the outside. That one's got some tall geode crystals sticking up out of it. And there's the last one. All right. Okay, here we go. Geode cake. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for watching. And let me know which one is your favorite. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.